Today's adventure took us deep into the heart of Gran Canaria, away from the buzzing resorts and golden beaches to a place where time stands still, Mundo Aborigen. We set out to explore this open-air museum that offers a glimpse into the life of the island's first inhabitants, the Guanches. Just before the Mirador de la Degolada de las Yeguas, we saw the entrance to Mundo Aborigen, nestled on the edge of a dramatic cliff with panoramic views over the Barranco de Fataga. The site is perfectly placed, allowing visitors not just to learn history, but to feel it.
Eso se quedamos con una botellita de agua para cada uno, porque hay sol, para la calor. Por favor, con los tickets estos vamos a la entrada donde está el compañero.
Hola.
Hola, ¿tickets?
Sí, esos dos.
Perfecto.
Hello, we're in Mundo Aborigen.
Mundo Aborigen is a village where they show how the Guanches from the past lived. This is a nice walk, about 1 kilometer, so you take about an hour to see all the ways and all the houses where they show you the past of the Guanches here on Gran Canaria.
This is the route you can walk. We are here at the start. And we're gonna walk all that place. This is Susanne and Ralf. They joined us today. I'm Miranda and that is Auke.
Once inside, we were transported into another era. Mundo Aborigen is not a typical museum with glass displays and sterile halls. It's a reconstructed Aboriginal village spread over 11,000 square meters, complete with life-size figures, animals, and traditional dwellings. We followed the path that winds through the village, stopping at scenes that depicted everyday life: women weaving baskets, men crafting tools, children playing, and community members performing rituals or preparing food.
Long before the arrival of Spanish ships and European settlers, the island of Gran Canaria was a world of silence and survival, ruled not by kings or armies, but by nature and tradition. Here, in the rugged mountains and deep ravines, lived a people known as the Guanches, the aboriginal inhabitants of the Canary Islands. Though modern historians sometimes group all the island's original peoples under the name Guanches, this term originally referred specifically to those from Tenerife. On Gran Canaria, the indigenous people were often called Canary. Regardless of names, their roots traced back to North Africa, likely the Berber tribes of the Atlas Mountains, who had crossed the ocean in primitive boats thousands of years ago.
Information boards in several languages, including English, Spanish, and German, accompany each scene, providing background on Guanche life, how they farmed, hunted, governed, and even practiced justice.
He's a woodworker. He works with wood.
Living with the land, the Aborigines of Gran Canaria lived a life deeply connected to the land. They didn't have metal tools or written language, yet they built a society capable of surviving the challenges of an isolated island with little water and harsh terrain. Mummification was practiced among the elite, similar to the Egyptians. The dead were wrapped in animal skins and buried in hidden caves, often high in the cliffs. The process was a spiritual journey, ensuring the deceased entered the next world in peace. They also had healers and priests, known as faikanes, who performed rituals, interpreted signs from the gods, and conducted seasonal celebrations such as the harvest festival or solstice rites. They were semi-nomadic, moving between the coast and the mountains, depending on the season. In the winter, they often settled in natural caves in the cliffs, which provided shelter from storms and cold. In the warmer months, they moved closer to the coast or open plains to graze their animals and gather food. Their homes were either carved directly into the volcanic rock or built from stone and palm branches.
It's really beautiful here. There you see Playa de Lingles, you see the dunes, you can see the mountains up here. Hello, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like this video, please give a thumbs up. And if you want, you can share this video with friends or on social media. Don't forget to subscribe to ExploGC channel to see every video we post. And click the notification bell to be the first to know when we post a new ExploGC video. And at last, please leave a comment what you think about the content of the video. Thank you so very much. And now let's continue with the video.
Some villages consisted of multiple cave homes connected by winding paths with communal areas for gatherings or ceremonies. Farming, gathering, and survival. The Guanches were expert pastoralists and farmers. They raised goats, sheep, and pigs, which provided them with milk, meat, hides, and even bones for tools. Goat milk was a staple, and cheese was already being made long before modern settlers arrived. Their primary crop was barley, which they toasted and ground into a flour called gofio, a food so vital that it still exists today in Canarian cuisine. Gofio could be mixed with water, milk, or fat to create a paste or porridge, ideal for long treks or storage during droughts. They also gathered wild fruits, palm sap, used to make palm honey, and hunted small animals like lizards or birds.
I don't think they were getting old here. Maybe around 30. The life you have to live here, it's hard. You don't get medicines, you don't have a hospital. So when you break a leg, you break a leg. Yeah, that's really different here. And you only have to work hard, you have to walk to the beach, a long walk. There you have to catch some fish to help everybody. The men have to do everything. The ladies only have to get children. And they have to wash, repairing the fish nets, and clean, making the food. And the men have to hunt.
Spiritual beliefs and rituals. Religion was at the heart of Guanche life. They worshipped nature and ancestral spirits, seeing the sun, moon, and stars as divine forces. The sky, the mountains, and the ocean were all alive with power. Their main deity was called Akaran, or Alcarak, the god of the sky, or supreme spirit, and they believed in spirits who lived in the mountains and caves. Sacred sites were marked by stone circles or offerings of bones and food. One such sacred site today is Roque Bentaiga, which many believe was used for ceremonies. The end of an era. In the late 1400s, the Spanish arrived, bringing gunpowder, steel, horses, and a hunger for conquest. Though the Guanches fought fiercely, with stones, spears, and brilliant tactics, they were eventually overwhelmed. The conquest of Gran Canaria lasted from 1478 to 1483, ending with the fall of the last strongholds in the mountains. Many Guanches died in battle or from disease. Others were enslaved, assimilated, or converted to Christianity. By the early 1500s, their independent culture had largely vanished. Yet, their legacy lives on. In the faces of modern Canarians, in place names, legends, and even spiritual customs, the Guanches still speak, if you know how to listen. Fishing was practiced but less common due to the dangers of the sea and limited boat technology. Craftsmanship without metal. The Guanches had no metal, so they crafted tools from obsidian, bone, shells, and wood. They created spears, scrapers, and knives, along with pottery for storing food and water. Their clothing was minimal, but functional, usually made from animal skins and plant fibers, shaped into cloaks and belts. Ornaments were simple but meaningful: necklaces of shells or bones, bracelets made from stones or dyed leather, and occasionally carved pendants worn as protection or symbols of status. Society built on order. Despite their simplicity, the Guanche people had a well-organized tribal structure. Gran Canaria was divided into several kingdoms or tribes, each ruled by a Guanarteme, chief or king. Below the king were noble families, warriors, and the general population. Justice was a central part of their society. Elders or council members acted as judges, resolving disputes in public gatherings.
Everywhere you come, you will see the Canarian signs. They everywhere use it. They're started over here, I think, and you still see them everywhere. It looks real or angry.
Punishments could include exile, restitution, or public shame. There were no prisons. One particularly dramatic tradition involved solving land disputes through combat or trial by challenge, believed to be watched over by the gods. Women held a respected role in Guanche society. In some tribes, matriarchal elements were present, and women could be spiritual leaders, midwives, or even inherit land. Marriage was an important social bond, and fidelity was expected, though customs varied between tribes.
What makes Mundo Aborigen special is not just the historical accuracy, but the emotion and respect behind it. The site was inaugurated in 1994 and has been visited by thousands of locals and tourists alike. Its mission is not just to inform, but to honor the memory of the indigenous people whose culture was nearly lost after the Spanish conquest. It's also a spot where school groups come to learn and where cultural preservation is taken seriously.
So this was Mundo Aborigen, close to Playa de Lignes. A nice walk from about an hour, 1 kilometer up and down. It's very interesting to see how they live about 3,000 years ago.
People are still the same. They don't change. 3,000 years ago now, we all need clothes, food, hierarchy.
Well, the death penalty with a stone.
Yes.
That was fun.
They don't do it with a stone anymore now, but you still have death penalties. And you still have kings and queens. That doesn't change.
And the fishermen take care of the food, and the wife has to take care of the men and the children. Thank you so much. See you next time.
Much.
This was Mundo Aborigen.
Gracias.
Thank you so much for watching this video all the way to the end. Check our website ExploGC.es for more info, more extra content, and all the links to all our social media platforms. Don't forget to subscribe to our channel. And if you like, you can watch one of our other videos. See you on the next video of ExploGC. Hasta la próxima. Adios.